This is how I got over my fear of failure and my procrastination. Now, I will never pretend like I'm better than you. I'm still struggling with fear of failure and procrastination to this day. But I hope you can just get, even if it's only 1% of what I'm relaying onto you as a big brother that you never had. So, 5 points: therapy, meditation, small wins, changing my environment, and to do lists. Number one, therapy, the biggest one of the list. And the whole list is not even in particular order of importance, but therapy for me is like the big, all inclusive one. Therapy, I have been going to therapy for at least 4 years now, and that thing has helped me realize that I have a problem, realize that I have a fear that's stemming from something that I'm not aware of. Well, I'm aware of it now, but I wasn't aware of it when it started 7 years ago. And therapy has taught me how to cope with negative emotions, how to stop thinking uh, uh, in a black and white thoughts of either it goes or it goes no, or it doesn't go, because life is more of a gray zone. And you know, therapy also taught me to slow down when things don't go my way and see what can I improve, what can I do better, and then try to take it from there. So if you are if you feel like you have anxiety over many things, it doesn't even have to be studying, it doesn't even have to be work, just life in general anxiety, go to therapy. Don't write it off as something only crazy people will do, because therapy can tremendously help you if you don't have someone to talk to on a regular basis. I mean, I have my friends and I love them to bits because they have been there for me on bad times, but therapy is truly a game changer. And also, please don't skimp on the therapist, okay? If you spend like 3 grand on just going out eating or buying shoes every year, but you're only willing to spend $60 for a 1 hour session and then think it doesn't work because you don't think everything of your life is resolved, that's a terrible mindset. If something doesn't work out with a therapist, try another one. I've gone through 3 or 4 therapists, and I've stuck with one for the longest because every time I speak to her, even though she repeats some of the things a lot of the times, I feel refreshed, I feel motivated, and I feel like I was able to vent everything I wanted to vent. So don't skimp on therapists, please. Meditation, big one. Meditation, to cut it short, when I meditate for like 10 minutes, even with my messy brain, even with my cluttered brain, I empty all out all my thoughts. I get left with an empty space in my head, and that means that I can just study for 4 hours straight without interruption. And that has been a game changer in exam season, especially when I used to study med school, but I don't anymore. Just check out my other video why. Meditation is the technique of just closing your eyes, and any intrusive thoughts that you get, you just let it in, you process, and then you let the thought go. That's basically it. That's the only thing. And some people can do it for hours and hours. That's why it's so big in the Indian culture, in Hinduism, in Buddhism, all the monks that do it. Only 10 minutes a day will change your life. I swear to God, it's truly remarkable how much just 10 minutes can do for you on a daily day to day basis. Now, small wins. That's what I've been struggling all my life with, is making a big goal or a big claim, and then thinking that I can do everything all at once, not thinking that a day only has 24 hours. So, what I advise is get a big goal, chunk it out in a smaller size, And then every time you have that small win, use that as a fuel to motivate you to get to that bigger goal. For instance, let's say I have an exam of 200 pages. How I would chunk in that a piece of information would be, okay, let's just try 10 pages today. And once you get that 10 pages, really think about it, how much you did. Because in normal circumstances, you wouldn't have done any pages. But today, you did 10 pages. Use that fuel, and use that fuel to get a motivation, to get new habits, and to nurture the habits of the next day of reading again 10 pages until you get to the 200 pages. That's your big goal achieved with smaller wins. Now, changing my environment was also a big one because I noticed that I was only motivated when I was at the library, not at home. So how can I mix those two to get together? Because I wasn't motivated to go to the library every day because it was a 1 hour trip to there, a 1 hour trip back. So what was a thing that I could do to mix those two things together to be motivated also at home? I got rid of my phone in my room. I got rid of my laptop sometimes in my room, and I mainly switched over to paper studying. So I printed out all my PowerPoint slides and I printed out all my notes and tried to study with only paper and with no other distraction in my room. Thankfully, I can close my blinds. Thankfully, well, my room can be cluttered, but if I want to, I can clean out my wall on the opposite side of me, and then it's completely white. So think about how you can change your environment, and if you need to change your environment in the sense that you need to move out of your parents' house, first be financially stable. Be sure that you can survive for at least a year without any financial help from the outside. Become a really real money pincher, and just figure out if that's the problem that has been bugging you for all those years. And if you think, okay, this was not the problem, I still feel anxiety, I still feel terrible about myself, just move back with your parents and try to look for something else. That's where therapy comes in. Okay? Lastly, to-do lists. So, I truly believe that I either have ADHD or ADD. And that makes that I can have a cluttered brain at all times with lots of thoughts, lots of things that I want to do. And to-do lists have helped me really getting to the the like the center of what I'm trying to do to achieve that day. So I used to write them all down in this little notebook, but it became a little bit cumbersome because I had to remember every day, or well, I had to make it my habit every day to open up that notebook and then write down what I had forgotten the day before and then what I still had to do that day. And it became so much at a certain point that I just became paralyzed and didn't do anything some days. So I moved over to TickTick, which gives you a bigger satisfaction of checking off everything for that day. And if I forgot something, no worries, because TickTick will remember it, and the next day I'll get a notification saying, okay, these are the tasks you need to do. You have 5 tasks that are overdue. Try to do them today. And so far it has been working out. I've been using it for a week now, and yeah, it's fine. The funny thing is I used TickTick like 3 years ago. Then I thought, okay, paper is the new big thing because everyone was talking about paper. But I think TickTick is a better option for me, just to quickly write down to do things without forgetting them. And in combination with my digital notebook craft, it has been, yeah, has been a really good time. So those were my 5 tips for you. If you feel like you've learned nothing, that's also fine. Let me know what your tips are in the comments down below. I truly advise you to just check this video back, write down what you could use in your life and try it out. Okay? Because we're all in this thing that's called life together, and we're figuring it all out as we go. Just try to do 1% better every day, and you'll be fine. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.